What's up? What's going on? So this video gonna be about the Yankees overcoming the Boston Red Sox in 1978, the 14 game, and also known as the Massacre of Fenway, where they came back and they won the tie-breaking game. We talk about epic choke jobs, Bucky Dent, the magical bat, and gave Bucky Dent a lifetime pass to eat whatever he wanted in New York, free cab rides and everything, because that home run was huge. Yeah, this is one of the ones that started the long rumor that there was definitely a what's the term? There was a curse on Boston. That 78 series. And of course the Yankees repeated that year, beat the Dodgers in the World Series, and repeated again as champions. But it wouldn't have happened if they had to come back from a 14 game deficit. Those sort of things weren't that common, but Boston was pretty stacked back then. You had Fred Lynn, Jim Rice. You had a stacked team. I think Carlton Fisk was still there, Yastrzemski, all that. But the Yankees came all the way back and got a chance to play for a winner-take-all game, tie-breaking game, which Bucky did hit that big home run. And that was huge. You know, that's when baseball had theater. I think baseball had theater like that for a long time. That's since they redone the playoffs. And I still talk about that Giants and Atlanta teams back in the early 90s. Barry Bonds was going off for Frisco. And Atlanta had gotten Fred McGriff. And so it was crazy that a 100-win team would make the postseason. Yeah, you couldn't imagine that now because everybody makes it in baseball. But at that time, just the same case scenario with these two teams. One would have been a wild card back then. It's amazing how this happened. But I also kind of like it back then because winner take all. That made it even more sweeter. Nowadays, they got ways for everybody and their mama to get in. You get in, you get some, you get in, you get some. But if you were a Yankees fan, that was a huge comeback. If you were a Boston fan, that was a reminder that you're cursed. Just the realities of it, totalities of it. But I thought I would spend some time just reflecting on that because of what it meant. You know, it meant the Yankees came up huge. They did the thing. Billy Martin at that time, again, back to back. And it was a big deal. It was a big deal. It was definitely Yankee lore. Ron Guidry had an incredible season. You had Goose Gossage. That was some incredible Yankee play. That was some incredible baseball. And it wasn't like the Red Sox weren't stacked. They had a squad. It's just the Yankees had their number. And that was a quite a memorable time. But again, how might that have changed history if had Boston won that series? What would that have done for the Yankees? Would that have, what would that have done with that whole thing? So it's